I'm gonna tell you exactly how the trade went down with Robert Quinn.
Okay.
I'm gonna play the role of Howie Roseman real quick. This is how it went down. Yep. Is this the Chicago? Yeah. All right. I heard y'all have Robert Quinn up for trade. Yeah, I'm interested. Yeah. All right. Listen, this is exactly how this is gonna go down. And when we get off the phone, it's not gonna go any other way. It's my way or the highway. Uh, Mister Poole. Um, you're gonna give me Robert Quinn. Um, I'm gonna give you a fourth round draft pick. But not only are you gonna give me Robert Quinn, but you're gonna pay for most of his contract. So I get Robert Quinn for free, and you get a fourth round draft pick. And if you don't accept this deal, you're gonna regret it. I don't have to go into details, my brother, but you're gonna regret it. You're talking to the Rose Father right now. You feel me? I got my man, I'm my man, I'm my man. You understand me? So you're gonna give me Robert Quinn. I'm gonna give you this fourth round draft pick next year in 2023, and you're gonna pay for his deal. And I'm not gonna take a hit on my salary cap whatsoever, and we're gonna go win the Super Bowl. You got a deal? Got a deal? Yeah. That's what I like to hear. Hey, I appreciate it. Let him know. Let Roquan Smith let him know. Thank you. Yep. That's exactly how it went down.
That sounds about right.
What a move by Howie Roseman! What a move! What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host Anthony. Uh, name and the thing. I got my co-host Kyle. Say what's up.
What's up, y'all?
It's a fantastic day. As you can tell by the title, Robert Quinn, the All-Pro, Pro Bowl defensive end out of the Chicago Bears, with over 100 career sacks and 18 and a half sacks last season, is your newest bird. Let's get right into it. The Philadelphia Eagles have traded for Chicago Bears defensive end Robert Quinn. They gave up a fourth round draft pick, and not to mention, the Chicago Bears are paying for the majority of his remaining salary. So, what we know we're gonna get into my thoughts, but let's get into your thoughts first. What are your thoughts on this move?
I think it's a really good pickup. My only concern is that's kind of filling up that defensive line room. Like there's a lot of mouths to feed now. You know what I mean? Like
Not
you
really.
got you've got 3 tackles that gotta play significant time, and now you got 4 edge threats that need a lot of time. But I mean, hey, it, it's more money, more money. That's all it is. I mean, like, I'm trying to think. There's like no other team that has this conundrum. I mean, some people say less is more, but like, it's gonna keep everybody healthy because everybody will be practically playing limited snaps. Like, I don't know. I think it's a smart move. It's just a little it's just a lot of people on that line. But for a fourth round pick and barely paying any of that salary, F it. That's a W.
I agree. It's a W.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a lot. When you think about it, we got Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat who are starting edge guys. And then you got Brandon Graham and like Teron Jackson, um, who's been a really good young guy who stepped up in a big way. Um, I mean, we had Derek Barnett at the beginning of the year, but he's out with an injury for the entire season. So, I mean, you can run multiple packages, multiple fronts. I mean, it gives you the flexibility to kind of like bring guys in fresh. Robert Quinn is no slouch. I mean, 18 and a half sacks last season, over 100 on his career. He's a Pro Bowler, All Pro. I mean, you saw mid press conference, Roquan Smith like broke down because he has so much respect for this guy, which it tells you what kind of player that they're getting. I think this is probably one of, if not the perfect fit for Robert Quinn. I mean,
Hmm.
our defense last year specifically was bottom of the barrel in pass rush and sacks. We've improved this year, but with at times with Jonathan Gannon's scheme, you're not getting the sacks, but you are getting some of the pressures, and the secondary has been playing lights out. I think he helps in a tremendous way. Absolutely tremendous. Daddy Donnie approved. Um, I think Robert Quinn is probably the perfect addition. I mean, he probably will not start over Josh Sweat, although they might split time. You're not going to have
Hmm.
one guy get the majority of the snaps. That's just not going to be the case. You're going to be rotating in and out the fresher legs, which is there's nothing wrong with that because when the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2017, that's how they rolled on the defensive line. They literally had two packages.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean they had their I don't even remember now. I think it was Graham and Barnett, um, Cox and I want to say Bo Allen, and then with
Yep.
like their NASCAR packers or Chris Long and them boys. They had a very crowded and deep defensive line room, but more guys, less problems. Um, Obviously depth, obviously production, pass rush. He's going to make a huge impact. Um, and honestly, he's an upgrade over Derek Barnett, what he would have been this year. And I mean, Derek Barnett is pretty solid. Don't get me wrong. I mean, his knock is penalties, but Robert Quinn is an upgrade over Derek Barnett. Let's not get it twisted. Let's keep it a buck. This is an
I,
upgrade, like in and of itself, at face value. But like, come on.
I think honestly, I think you're underrating Robert Quinn and overrating your guys a little bit. Like to say that Robert Quinn probably won't start over Josh Sweat's kind of wild to me.
I mean, they might split snaps because Josh Sweat
I
isn't. He's not. Josh Sweat isn't a slouch. I mean, he
no.
obviously he's one of our guys. He's a late round pick. He's worked his way up, and he's very productive. Um, and he's very talented. I just don't see him being like the second unit guy.
I do. I do. When you have fucking Robert Quinn on your football team, I do. 100%.
How look, bro? Look, however they do it, it's gonna be a problem for defenses in the league.
Yeah, and that's no disrespect to Josh Sweat. He's having a good year, but I mean, like, dude, it's Robert Quinn.
I mean, they're both
Like,
Pro Bowlers, so I mean,
yeah.
look, I mean, pick your poison: Robert Quinn, Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham. Bro,
Hmm.
it just gets more and more scary for the rest of the league. Looking at this, um, I mean, Howie Roseman, what a 180 from 2020. I myself included in this wanted this man out, wanted him
Yeah.
gone. I
Hmm.
mean, you get the Carson Wentz contract, which at the time looked good. He got in front of it. Um, Whatever happened after that Seattle playoff game, he had that concussion from Jadeveon Clowney. Fuck Jadeveon Clowney. What a clown. Uh, he just was not the same after that game. Obviously, I mean, he just looked like a shell of himself in that year, and we were just riddled with injuries, made our entire team look terrible. Um, I mean, and to for us to look like an absolute joke, we look like the Giants of like the last 5 years in
Yep.
2020. And for Howie Roseman to flip a complete 180, take that team and flip it around to the team we got now in the position we are. Not only did we just trade for Robert Quinn, who's a Pro Bowler, All Pro. Um, not only are we 6-0, not only are we the best team in the NFL right now, we have the fourth pick in next year's draft.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? Howie Roseman is the best general manager by far in the National Football League. There's no question. No question. Don't even do that. What other GM has done this?
The
What other
Buffalo
GM has
GM.
has turned $0 into a Fortune 500 company in a little under 2 years?
What's Buffalo's GM's name? Brandon Bean, something like that. He's up there.
He's up there, but he ain't doing what Howie Roseman's doing. He is not doing this.
Fair.
Look, I just did it. Howie Roseman gets on the phone. Hey, listen, I'm not asking you for Robert Quinn. I'm telling you right now, this is how it's going to go. You're going to give me Robert Quinn, and I'm going to give you a fourth round pick. And not only are you going to give me Robert Quinn, but you are going to pay for most of his salary, and I'm getting him for free. I'm not paying a dime. You're getting my fourth round pick next year. We're going to win a Super Bowl. Click.
Oh, jeez.
Simple as that. Click. I think this counters the Christian McCaffrey trade perfectly. I am no longer sweating that after this move. I mean, like
I
the
still would
talent
be.
on the talent on this defense was already insane, and now you add a guy like Robert Quinn. I mean, what more can you do?
True.
I mean, I guess
True.
the one thing you can do is get a little safety depth.
Yep.
Because
Or
CJ,
or a guy to cover over Marcus Epps or something like that.
yeah, but see, Marcus Epps hasn't really been all that terrible this year.
No, but I mean, like, there's definitely a lot of upgrades out there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I'd have to really think about it, but like, a guy like John Johnson, he's always on the move. People like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One guy I was looking at was Jabril Peppers, like for depth. I don't think he
Hmm.
takes like Epps snaps.
I don't think so.
Or
He hasn't proven enough
CJ's,
yet.
but like he would be like a kill two birds with one stone with the safety depth in case one of them is hurt.
Hmm.
God forbid. He can come in and play some decent snaps, and also he does return punts and kicks. So that which is probably our Achilles heel right now is return game and special teams. He would pretty much take care of both of those needs.
True.
But
True.
but man, like my God, what a move by Howie Roseman. I mean, he just keeps. He's gonna be GM of the year.
He might be.
I mean, man, what a move. Didn't I not see this coming on the last episode we did. I was like, look, I would like them to go improve their pass rush, get a little depth on the defensive line. Robert
Instead
was
of
one
depth,
those
they
names.
got an upgrade.
Yeah. Not only did they get depth, but they got better.
Yep. Yep.
Insane. I give this trade A plus plus plus. All the pluses you want to put on it, I give it an A plus.
I'd probably give it an A plus. Yep. Yep. I mean,
This
there's
is perfect.
they didn't give up much, so.
They gave up nothing.
Yep.
And they made the Chicago Bears pay for the rest of his deal. So it's not even on the books. Robert Quinn acquisition is off of the books.
Pretty much.
Howie Roseman is an absolute genius. This right here, you see this right here? I'm going to have another one on this finger right here. There's going to be two on this hand this time next year. But the way Howie Roseman is moving right now, he is moving like the Godfather, like Howie Corleone.
Yes, and there's still time too if he wants to do something else.
Yeah, I mean, it is only Wednesday, and the trade deadline is next Tuesday.
Yep.
So I don't think for, and we're gonna get into this in a little bit when we do our predictions for the trade deadline for like the top 12 hotly talked about guys. I don't think Howie Roseman's done. I think he has something else up his sleeve. And for him to only give up a fourth round pick, he's got the capital to go get somebody else.
Uh huh. Yep. That he does.
So I don't think he's done.
Probably
But
not.
but who knows?
It depends on what other teams do. I think he's quiet until he sees a couple dominoes fall.
Yeah. Like the Christian McCaffrey domino. I saw that coming when as soon as that hit, and I was like, we're gonna have to go get a pass rusher. And here we are. They got the pass rusher.
Yep.
How about shout out to your mom? How about those Phils? The Fightins.
The Fightins.
The Fightins.
The Fightins.
What a
Absolute stallions.
Absolute. They're probably gonna win the World Series. I'm not
okay. I love the Phillies to death. I will be surprised if we steal a game off of Houston.
Look, every time there's been a financial crisis, the Phillies have won the World Series. We're staring down the barrel of financial collapse. Bryce Harper is going to be World Series MVP.
Mm-hmm. I'd agree with that. I'd agree.
Yeah. Your mom also
Cowboys need to get rid of Prescott? No, they don't. You're high. You're crazy. That's enough of that. Let's get into our predictions for some of these guys.
All right, that's fair. NFL trade deadline predictions. Now we got 12 of the hottest talked about guys on the trade block and trade rumors. Let's hop into it.
Who? I feel like we should start out with like the lesser name of all of them. Start with Kendrick Bourne.
Okay.
I
was just gonna write down my list, but we could do that.
Yeah, I was gonna put them in an order, but like the more names I thought of, it like didn't fall that way.
Yeah.
But Kendrick Bourne, I think he just stays in New England. They're not a team that makes trades. I mean, and like, why would they? They have nothing else other than him. Unless
they have Devontae Parker, Nelson Aguilar. That's not their number one though. Can't think of his name.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kendrick Bourne has kind of been the odd man out there.
Yeah.
So could happen.
It depends on what they'd get back. Like I don't know if you put the effort in unless you get at least a fifth. Like
yeah.
So.
I think he's a candidate for the Giants. Just because he like you said, I mean, a fifth for him, it's going to be pretty cheap to get him, and he'd probably be an upgrade over what they got over there. David Sills, Sterling Shepard's out for the year.
Galladay's a waste of money.
And Kadarius Toney have not played like any snaps this year.
Kadarius Toney should be. He should be out there every effing play.
But he's not for some reason.
But he's not, which makes no sense.
That could be an underrated pickup for them, and it's pretty cheap. So
yep.
I think that'd be an upgrade for them if they wanted to be players for the trade deadline.
Yeah, I think if Kendrick Bourne's going to be like an upgrade anywhere, or like if he's going to be worth trading for, your team has to have a really good quarterback, because like it's not like he's lifting Daniel Jones' ceiling or anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I don't think he goes anywhere. New England doesn't play games like that, you know?
That's fair.
But we'll see. We'll see with him.
Yeah. Next guy?
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore. They're talking about how they don't want to trade him. They keep refusing to. He returned to practice today. But I think for a young receiver, you could get something pretty solid back for a guy that's shown the talent but hasn't put up the numbers yet. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
I picked Dallas.
Oh, that's interesting.
I picked Dallas just because, like, he sort of fits the timeline with their receivers. You know, CD, Michael Gallup, he's in that age group. And you're not going to be paying him for another 2 years, so Dallas can afford it under the salary cap. And we've seen Dallas trade for receivers before. I just think none of these guys are Amari Cooper level yet, except for maybe Jerry Jeudy, who we'll get into. But
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think that'd be a good spot for Elijah Moore.
No, I agree. That's not who I have, but that'd probably be a close second because I mean they could always use a third wide receiver. I had the Giants on this one as well.
Okay.
I mean, if Kendrick Bourne would probably be their B option if they weren't able to land Elijah Moore. I mean,
Yep.
he's doesn't have to go anywhere, just different locker room. Again, rookie deal, a lot of potential. Who knows? You know, maybe he could kind of break out a little bit with Daniel Jones. Not saying that he'll be like the guy, like him.
No.
You know what I mean? But like he's another upgrade over what they have right now.
Yeah, and like when it comes to the Jets too, like I feel like why wouldn't we trade him? Just because like he's done nothing this year. He's run the most routes for the team and has had the least amount of targets.
That's crazy. He's just running cardio for you guys.
Yeah, he's just getting his steps in. That's all. Check the Apple Watch at halftime. You know.
He's reaching
But
goal every day.
yeah, he's reaching his move goal. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But yeah, I think you have to move him. And if you're the Jets for playoff contention, you move him to the other conference and say bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Who do you want to do next?
Let's do Brandon Cooks. This is an
I like that
one.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting one that you brought up. I didn't even really think about him. He's the Texans' #1 wide receiver. He's been all around the league. Eagles fans remember him most fondly for Malcolm Jenkins ending his life in Super Bowl 52.
Yep.
The iconic Brian Dawkins-esque hit on our way to the win. I got the Green Bay Packers as a destination for him.
So do I. I think that's the receiver that they end up with. Yeah. Because the Packers never trade for like the guy of the trade deadline ever. Yeah. And I feel like Brandon Cooks, because of how much he's been traded and because he hasn't put up those same numbers over the past few years, I think that they could get him for cheap. And they don't have anybody to stretch the field.
Yeah, he would complement like Lazard very well.
Yep.
I think it just makes too much sense. He's like a perfect fit for Aaron Rodgers.
I think out of all the receivers, he's the one they end up with.
Yeah.
If they even try.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, it's right here, bro. It's all right here.
See, we on the same page today.
Yeah, we on the same page. What are we thinking? Chase Claypool?
Okay.
I have the Rams. I think that's the receiver they end up with just because of the youth. And they tend to get guys that play a lot like Cooper Kupp. And the route runner Chase Claypool is and the between the numbers that he is, like, I think that's just who they end up with. Like, and keep in mind, any of all these predictions could be wrong, but I had to put him somewhere, and I have no idea where he's going to go, and
Yeah.
that was the only team left out for me. So, yeah, I think it goes to the Rams, and besides, the Steelers would be smart to move him because he hasn't done shit for them, and they've got two other receivers that I think are better than him right now. So,
Yeah. That's a good landing spot. I had the Kansas City Chiefs as a landing spot.
okay.
I think. I mean, he would definitely fit a role for Patrick Mahomes. I mean, not, and he's also not really a marquee guy. I mean, if you're the Chiefs, you want like that him guy. I mean, Juju is not like an A tier number one guy.
Hmm.
You got a bunch of like mid wide receivers that can like play, and Claypool's kind of that.
Yeah,
Um, but I think the upside for Claypool can like really help the Chiefs.
I agree. Hmm. Just another guy. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's just another guy for him.
Yep.
Hmm.
I mean, the more guys you got, I mean, the more
Yep.
dangerous you are.
Absolutely. Uh let's just stick with the. Let's just finish off the receivers, other than the free agent one we want to talk about. DJ Moore.
Okay.
Where do you think he's going?
I think he stays in Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't think he moves. Um, he's one of those guys. Like he's he's a number one receiver. Um, I think Carolina would kind of be foolish to give him up. They need to get him. Baker Mayfield is not it. They need to get him
No.
like a legit quarterback.
Hmm.
I mean, if he was on any of these other teams, like if he was on the Rams, Chiefs, Eagles, Bills, Giants, maybe even like he'd be showcased a lot better than he is in Carolina. But I think he is their guy. I don't think they move him, even though like the rumors have been out there just because of the Panthers fire sale.
Yep.
Um, I think he stays.
For me, I think the Panthers, since the McCaffrey trade, are starting to realize like some of this talent they still have on the team could win them too many games to get that quarterback. You know what I mean? I think they might just say screw it and ship everybody off, to be honest. So with that, I have DJ Moore going to the Baltimore Ravens. They need a number one. Rashad Bateman, I don't think's that yet. Neither Devin Duvernay.
Deshaun Jackson is not a
Yeah.
number one as much
Mhm.
as I love him.
And this will help Lamar Jackson a lot. You know what I mean? A first down guy. You know what I mean? He's not necessarily a deep threat, and Lamar struggles with the deep ball here and there. Um, I think it's a really good fit in Baltimore, and they could use a guy if they want to continue to push towards the Super Bowl, because some of these secondaries they're going to be playing in the playoffs. They need a you know what I mean, 50-50 guy, and
Guy, yeah.
yeah.
DJ Moore would definitely help them out,
Yes.
no question. All right, you want to go Jerry Jeudy then?
Yes, I want to hear yours first because I have a bit of a wild card here.
I think he also stays. Um, Again, I think the Broncos, they got like their offensive pieces aren't terrible. Honestly,
Mhm.
they're really like on paper they're like pretty decent. I mean, you got Jerry Jeudy on one side, Cortland Sutton on the other side, KJ Hamler, your slot guy.
And Tim Patrick's still hurt, and he was really, really good for them last year.
Yeah. Albert Okwuegbunam, however you say that, how his last name.
Say it with me, Albert Okwuegbunam.
There you go. Whatever he just said, guys. Um, and Melvin Gordon as your listed number one.
Whatever.
It's not a bad.
F's.
Huh?
Not whatever's happening with Melvin Ingram. I'm not an Ingram with Melvin Gordon out there.
Yeah. I mean, but on paper, it's not bad.
Mm-mm.
And Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson. Obviously, this year he hasn't been Russell Wilson. I credit a lot of that to the coaching. Honestly, I think
I do too.
Nathaniel Hackett has been lackluster situationally, and like some of the play calling has been atrocious.
Yeah, it's
Um,
been bad.
I mean, it's not a bad team, so I don't get why you blow it up. I understand the bad start, but this
Yeah,
team could easily turn it back around and be in wild card contention.
I agree. I think so too. Um, but I wanted to have a little bit more fun with this.
I
If
was
I
being
think,
realistic.
yeah, if Judy goes anywhere, I could see him end up with Indianapolis.
Oh wow,
They need a one. I'm sorry, Colts fans. Michael Pittman is not a one. Stop
Pat
telling me he's a one.
McAfee.
I don't care if he has 10 catches for 110 yards every game. He's not a one.
Pat McAfee, if you're watching this, he's not a one.
He's not a one. Okay? Get
Not a
Jerry
one
Judy out there. I like it. I like it a lot. Mm-hmm.
with their new quarterback, Sam Ellinger.
Yeah, Sam Ellinger, you know, I guess he's Peyton Manning if he's going to, freaking bench Matt Ryan. That makes no fucking sense to me.
It makes no sense, bro.
No sense. It makes, like, I don't even know how you convince. It's not like they're 1-5. They're 3-3-1. They're 3-3-1
Yeah,
in that division. Why?
I don't know.
I don't get it. I mean, Matt Ryan's been playing bad, yeah, but I mean, like, you really think Sam Ellinger's going to give you a better chance to win? I mean, maybe they know something that we don't,
Maybe.
but it's not like they've gotten the quarterback right recently. So,
No, this is their seventh one in since Andrew Luck's left.
yeah. So I don't know. It blows my fucking mind. Cause like they're at home against Washington. They could easily beat them this week. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tennessee isn't that far ahead. They're 4-2. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever.
It's winnable. I don't know. I think it's being wrongfully put on Matt Ryan. Obviously, he's done some not so fantastic things, but
Clearly.
when he's getting hurried and pressured and all this, I mean, what can you do?
Uh-huh.
You got to get him some help. Can't just be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna put another guy in there and get slaughtered.
Yep.
That's what they're doing.
I don't
It's not.
I don't have
Yeah,
a
listen, it's not our problem. Not my problem.
No. No. That ain't a problem. That ain't a problem.
Yeah, it ain't no problem. Yeah, look right here. Hey, look, there ain't no problem. There ain't no problem. No problem.
Oh, jeez. All right. What do you think? Kareem Hunt?
Yep.
You think he stays put?
I think he goes to Philly.
You do think he goes to Philly?
I think he goes to Philly. The asking price for Kareem Hunt is very low. Howie Roseman, as we all know, has a knack for getting guys for like nothing. Exhibit A, Robert Quinn. You would have thought that, his asking price was probably higher than just a fourth round pick, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if we can get Robert Quinn for a fourth round pick, there's no way that Howie Roseman can't call the Browns and the Brownies. Hey, listen, you're gonna give me Kareem Hunt for like a third this year and a fifth next year. Click. Kareem Hunt's an Eagle. There's no reason why he can't. He's still got so much capital to use. I think if he makes that move, Eagles are winning the Super Bowl. They're my pick to win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the Bills or the Chiefs. That's a power move. When you have a 1-2 punch of Miles Sanders and Kareem Hunt with Kenny Gainwell and Boston Scott, Jalen Hurts as your quarterback, and the receiving core that they got with that offensive line, who is one of, if not the best in the league, it's just Thanos with the Infinity Stones. That's the
Pretty
last one.
much. Sounds
Yeah.
about right.
So
Hmm.
I think the asking price is low enough, and the Eagles have been linked to Kareem Hunt for a while now. I think it's just a matter of waiting till next Tuesday,
Yeah.
unless somebody else doesn't hop on it real quick. I think it's very doable. So I'm gonna be the Eagles fan that buys into the hype until it don't happen. It's not a must. It's not a need. It's a want. But I could totally see it.
True. Um, for me, if I had to pick between a trade or stay put, I think he stays put because with Deshaun coming back and they're not far out of contention. If they can, win this week at home,
They're two and
like
five, aren't they?
they're 2-5, but they're playing Cincinnati, who's 4-3, and I think what Baltimore's also 4-3, and they're playing in Tampa Bay. Like I don't think it's out of the question. Like if they can keep themselves 2 games out until Deshaun gets back, I feel like you don't get rid of talent. You try to win as many games as possible till he gets there.
I get that.
But if I had to see him go anywhere, reunion. It's time for a reunion, baby. Kansas City.
Okay.
Kansas City. I think I like that they're linked to David Montgomery. I don't think they moved David Montgomery, and two, I feel like you're basically just inserting another Clyde Edwards-Helaire into your offense, where Kareem Hunt's a little different.
Yeah.
So I like him. I like him to go home. Plus, I don't think the Chiefs end up trading for a receiver. So you got some capital. You got to use it on something. I think they should be trying to get their secondary better, but I don't think there's nobody really on the market in the secondary right now. So
Greedy Williams is on the market.
yeah, yeah, and I could see that, but I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's tough to it's tough to gauge.
Yep.
Um, yeah.
Yep.
Next guy,
What do you think?
Brian
Let's
Burns.
do let's do Brian Burns. Yeah. You think he stays put?
I think he stays put. I think he's another guy that the Panthers are like, we want him for the long term. The asking price for him has been astronomically high. I mean, 2 first-round picks is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get no. He's a very very talented player, very good player, but
Mm-hmm.
for that's a lot for 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, that
Like
that is.
like if the Eagles traded for Brian Burns and they gave the Panthers both of their first-round picks for next year,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little on the fence because at one end of the spectrum, I'm like, okay, they're gonna probably win the Super Bowl
Yep.
this year. On the other side of the fence, it's like, all right, well, what do they do after the season? Because he's gonna have to get a big bag. We got so
Mm-hmm.
many guys to pay, and we don't have a first-round pick anymore. So, like, it's
Yeah,
almost
it's
like,
a little.
yeah.
It's a double-edged sword.
So, and I think just because of the asking price being so high, maybe someone can talk them down to like a first and a third,
Yeah.
maybe, and like a player. But I
Mm-hmm.
just think like we had the go around with the rumors. It's kind of died off. Who
Yep.
knows? I mean, there's a week, but I just think the asking price is way too high, and some of these contenders that have been linked don't have the capital to support like 2 first-round picks for this
Yeah.
guy. So I
I
think he
I
stays.
agree. Mm-hmm. Um, I think more than likely he stays, but if I had to pick somewhere, Minnesota. They need pass rush. That's their
Yeah.
biggest weakness. They need pass rush. Um, you know what I mean? Everson Griffin's getting up there. You know what I mean? They're going to
Daniel
need
Hunter.
somebody to insert there. They don't
Yeah.
really have. They're not going to have a high pick, so they're not going to get like a. You know what I mean? A
Will
guy that
Anderson.
they can. Huh?
A Will Anderson.
Yeah, yeah. They're not going to get a guy like that.
We might.
Yeah,
We might.
and like
We
I
might.
mean, you look at Kirk Cousins and Harrison Smith. Like besides them, they have a pretty young team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, it's not crazy to say that if they traded like a 2 this year and a 1 next year, that they're really losing sleep over it because they'll probably be in contention for the division again next year. So.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, I like Minnesota to make a move at some point because I feel like they have a lot of holes for being 5-1 or 6-1.
Yeah. That would also be a huge move
Yeah.
for Brian Burns to go there.
Yep. That would be. I mean, I could definitely see it happening. They're on a bye this week, I believe. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're at home against Arizona, so that's probably a win.
Yeah.
hmm
Um, Bradley Chubb.
Me, for the same reason, I have Brian Burns going to Minnesota. I have Bradley Chubb going to Miami.
Oh, okay.
Um, Again, pass rush. I can't tell you one defensive lineman they have.
Yeah, me either.
Truthfully, we've watched a few Miami games. I can't tell you one pass rusher that they have, and that's gonna be huge because they're gonna get into a lot of shootouts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they need a guy that third down that can get after the quarterback because they've been giving up points. So
Yeah.
I think that helps a little bit. That gives Tua a little bit of breathing room
Yeah,
in
for
that
sure.
offense. So
Yeah, and I don't know. At times, Tua's kind of looked a little suspect on his decision making.
yep,
Um, yeah, definitely getting a guy like Bradley Chubb would help. Um, I this is like a question mark for me because they've come out and said like if we lose against the Jets, he's getting traded. So if they win, like is he staying? Like I don't know. I'm gonna assume that he's probably staying for the same reasons that Jerry Judy stays. If he had to go somewhere, I'd probably say Minnesota for the
well, you
same
got to
reasons that
think
you
they
said.
already beat them. They already beat Denver.
Huh?
They already beat Denver, the Jets.
Yeah.
So they're probably gonna move him.
Yeah.
I hope. I hope. I like to see that movement. You know what I mean? I love to see, like, I love Russ, but I mean, like, bro, come on now. Like, what are we doing?
We're riding.
Yeah,
We're
yeah. Let's
riding
ride.
Bronco country.
Broncos
Broncos.
country.
Let's
Let's
ride.
die.
Let's ride.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, who else do we have? We got
Russ is
three
amazing.
more guys. Let's do De'Aaron Payne or Doron Payne.
Ron Payne. I think he
Yeah,
stays. I think he stays put.
yeah. I
I
mean,
think I think Washington with having Taylor Heineke as their quarterback now, I think he gives them a better chance to win. Terrible team. It's just absolutely god awful.
mhm.
And he's gonna make your team look terrible. Um, I think they win. They might be hovering around 500 and in that wild card discussion.
Yep.
Um, so I think he stays because you're gonna need to keep guys around and win as many games as possible. So I think he stays.
Yeah, I mean, I think he stays too. Like, it doesn't really make sense for them to move him. I think a team that will probably call and give them their best offer might be Arizona.
Possibly.
Um, they need um help up front. You know what I mean? J.J. Watt's not getting any younger. They lost Chandler Jones last offseason.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could see that being a possibility, but he
Yeah.
doesn't seem like a guy that will be moved, to be honest.
No. And plus, like, that's a team that you're going to be fighting with for a playoff spot in Arizona. So why
Yep.
would you give him directly to your opposition?
Yeah, I agree. Gesicki?
I also think he stays.
You do?
I think so. I know that there's been discussions about him kind of being the odd man out there, and they haven't really found a role. I just haven't I haven't heard the interest for him.
True. For me, I feel like now there's sort of two teams that should be, and they both play in New York.
I'd have to say if there was a team, probably the Giants, just because they're without Daniel Bellinger now for an indefinite amount of time with the eye injury, and he was probably one of, if not their best target on offense. He would definitely fit that role. He might even be an upgrade over Daniel Bellinger. Um, if there was a place that he would have to go, probably there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 6-1. They're riding our coattails for the division lead, and like on paper, their team is like dog shit. But for some reason, they're just playing very, very good football. It'd definitely be an upgrade.
Yeah.
But I think most likely he'll probably stay put.
Yeah. The more I think about it, I think so. But I mean, the Giants should definitely be making the call, and I think the
Yeah.
Jets should be making the call too. It's our biggest hole on offense. If we're planning on moving Elijah Moore, we should probably get one more dude, and we have nothing at tight end. Nothing.
Yeah.
Tyler Conklin is ass. Okay, we drafted Jeremy Ruckert in the second round this past year. He's ass. Like, give me a big body out there, bro. Like, we don't have like a 50-50 ball guy. Gesicki could be that.
Yeah.
And would help in the run game too. He's a solid blocker. So.
It'd also help your gritty game. Him and Zach
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. We'll be in contention for our number one gritty team in the NFL.
Yeah.
In contention.
All right. I think that was everybody.
Odell.
Odell.
He's not a trade guy, but I think he signs after these dominoes fall this week. I think we'll get some news about him like late next week.
I think so.
Kansas City.
Okay.
I don't like the reason why I had them trading for Kareem Hunt is because I don't think they trade for a receiver. I think they sign Odell. They cleared up that cap space with Travis Kelce's restructure, and like it's got to be the most attractive destination, right?
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and like Aaron Rodgers has been playing well, but they're just not winning games, and I don't think they can recover in that division.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, dude, I think Odell ends up going to the Chiefs and the rich get richer, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I think he goes back to the LA, the Rams.
Think so?
I think so. Even though he's had discussions about them giving him the low ball offer, even though like he wants to be back there, he's publicly said it. I think the familiarity, won the Super Bowl with them, Matt Stafford. I mean, he is what the Rams are missing from being what they were last year.
Yep.
I mean, all you have at receiver is Cooper Kupp and who else? Ben Skoranek, Allen Robinson, who's washed. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to get him involved in the offense. They're trying to get rid of Cam Akers. Their offensive line is hot garbage. He's what you would need, and their defense is meh. It's all right. It's not bad, but he would definitely flip that team on its head in a good way.
For sure.
So I think with the familiarity, and he'll probably take like a vet minimum deal to come back wherever he goes.
I don't think so.
At least not like he's not going to demand the bag.
No, he's not. He's not going to get a bag. But I mean,
I think that's the most like familiar option for him. So yeah. I can see him going back.
If he's not worried about the money, that's probably where he will go. But KC's got the most money right now to give out.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's interesting. I'm excited to see where he goes because like we've seen this story before. Guy's injured, everyone rolls him out. someone gets him on a 1-year, $5 million deal, and he balls out. So
Yeah,
yeah, we'll see. We will see, but yeah, dude, it's looking interesting going into the deadline. There's a lot of shit that can still happen, and you know what? Too, there's gonna be guys that we don't expect to be moved. They'll be moved. So
for sure. I mean,
there'll be some shocks still.
yeah, I mean, look, Jai in 2017, who
Yep.
nobody saw that coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely on the table. But yeah, that's our predictions for the trade deadline. Again, we might get all of them wrong. We might get all of them right. Who knows? It's just a
We're getting them
prediction.
all right. We're getting them all right.
We might get them all wrong.
But we're not, you see, because we're going to hit on
Brian
every
Daboll.
pick.
Look, I got to tell the viewers, like Brian Daboll told the Giants fans, temper your expectations. Temper your expectations, and the best happens, you'll be pleasantly surprised. But expect the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
it's that time of the show.
My favorite time of the week.
Nah, not really my favorite time of the week either. Our spread picks.
I said it is my favorite.
Nah, I'm just saying it's not mine.
What's yours? What's your favorite part of the show?
The beginning part of the show about this trade.
Oh, no, I mean of like every show. Like,
Oh.
week
I
to week.
enjoy picking them. I enjoy the pick'ems.
I do too. I like kicking your ass. Yep.
All right.
After what's this week? I don't even know what week it is. 8. After week 7, I have a comfortable 5-game win, a 5-game lead. I'm at 34-22. Anthony's at 29-27. So,
Maybe 500.
yeah, bro.
It's all good.
Pull your head out of your ass, why don't you?
I'm gonna get Robert Quinn at the trade deadline. We're gonna be cooking.
Yeah. Ain't gonna help you in this though. Just letting you know.
We'll see.
Let's get into it, okay?
All right. First game here is tomorrow night, Thursday night football. Baltimore going into Tampa Bay, take on the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay is 1.5-point favorites at home. Who you got?
Give me Tampa. A -1.5. I think they finally get a bounce back, playing at home. I still really, really like Baltimore, although they've been making me scratch my head a lot this year. Same thing with Tampa, but I'm just going to take the home team here. I think these teams are pretty close right now, even though Tampa's been playing worse. But yeah, I'll take the home team at -1.5.
I'm going to take Tampa at -1.5 as well. I think, again, Tom Brady's going to have to see at least one of these go through the hoop to get on a little run here to get into the postseason.
Yep.
I think this is a good one to get. Both of these teams. And a lot of the teams that a lot of the media and the experts have been like, oh, yeah, these are favorites for the Super Bowl, have been kind of making you scratch your head. These are definitely two teams. Yeah, I like Tampa Bay at home.
Nice.
Next game, Broncos going into Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Broncos 2.5-point dogs on the road.
Neutral field.
Neutral field. Yes, this is the London game, and Russell Wilson is looking to play.
He's playing. He had a 4-hour workout on the plane while everybody was sleeping. Did you read that article?
I did.
Stupidest shit in the world.
Less rock.
Like, no one cares. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, I've defended Russell Wilson for being, like, really fucking weird over the past however many years. But, like, bro, nobody cares at all. Win football games.
Yeah.
No one cares about you doing high knees while your teammates are trying to get shut-eye. Like, what? Yeah, give me Jacksonville. They're pretty much the home team because you see a lot of Jacksonville jerseys when there's a London game. But
yeah,
who honestly gives a shit about Denver anymore? I don't give. I'm never watching them again. I will gladly skip primetime football if they're on it. I don't care if they're playing the Jets on primetime football. I will not watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is tough. I mean, I could see it. I could see it being a 3-point game.
Hmm.
And the neutral field kind of gives you that X factor. Give me Denver.
Okay.
I think this is a bounce. This is a prime bounce back game for them. We'll see. I think they'll, if they lose, it'll be by like 3 or less. I can see this being a very close game.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll probably be close, and I'll probably sleep through the game, but like
Yeah.
on purpose. Like if I wake up, I'll push myself to fall asleep again.
I will make sure that I do all of my work at work so I don't see the result of this game.
Yeah. Yeah. They can honestly just. They don't need to post the results. They don't need to have like any box score, nothing like that. Because quite honestly, I don't care. I just don't care anymore. I'm so fucking tired of watching the Denver Broncos play football.
I get
I'm
it.
so tired of it, dude. It sucks.
It's like nails
Ugh.
off the chalkboard.
It is nails going across a chalkboard. It is
Watching paint dry.
watching paint dry.
Watching kids piss on an electric fence. It's like watching
It's worse than
sausage
sweeping.
party.
It's worse than sweeping. Sweeping sucks.
Yeah.
Enough about that game. Fuck
I'd
them.
rather
Fuck
pay
you,
all
Russell Wilson. Fuck you, Broncos.
Hey, let's ride. Let's
Broncos
ride.
country. Broncos
Let's
country.
ride.
That's right.
London Russ.
Yeah.
Next
Dangerous.
one here, we got Miami going into Detroit to take on the Lions. Lions are 3.5-point dogs at home. What you got?
Oh God.
This is a tough one. This is a really, really tough one.
I don't feel like it should be as tough as it is.
Yeah.
I don't think Detroit's bad enough to go to 1-6, so give me Detroit to cover and win.
Yeah, I agree. I think their defense, their record doesn't tell the full story about like their team. I would say, I mean, they have St. Brown back, they're getting DeAndre Swift back, they're getting healthy. I think their defense, specifically their pass rush, is very opportunistic, and Tua has a knack for making very, very crappy decisions under pressure. But yeah.
Yeah, besides little nerdy Mike McDaniel, he doesn't want to be on the same field as MCDC, bro.
No.
MCDC,
He's gonna
it'd be like prison food, bro.
He's gonna chew him up, spit him out, crumble him in his hands, and then flick him.
Yep.
In a garbage can.
Fuck you, you little shit.
All right, next one here. Carolina going on the road into Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Falcons are 4.5-point favorites at home. We got
Carolina. Ugh. I like Carolina to cover. I do. I don't know why. I don't think they win. But PJ Walker is, Tom Brady 2.0 apparently. So
he's that dude. He is that.
Yeah,
dude.
he really is. He really is. No, he's ass, but so is Atlanta. So I'll take Carolina to cover.
Yeah, I'll take Carolina as well. It's a divisional game. It's gonna be like two giraffes pissing on an electric fence.
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty much.
This is gonna be one of those games that's in obscurity on 1 o'clock, fourth game. But but I think I think it's close. Carolina could upset the Falcons here.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Next game
I don't
here.
know. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah. Just move on. We'll go to the next one here. Minnesota at home against the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are 3.5 point dogs on the road. We got.
I like Minnesota to blow their ass out. Minnesota
Out. I
proves to
don't
me
think they blow
time and
them out,
time
but I
again.
like them. I like them to cover. I don't think they.
Yeah.
I think this is like a 7 to 10 point game.
Yeah, this is a really good football team.
Yeah.
And Kirk's been good. It's not a primetime game, so he should play like normal.
Right.
And
And another guy that has.
Call of Duty drops on Friday.
Yeah. Double XP
So,
again.
yeah.
Another guy that has been garnering trade heat is AJ Green on the Cardinals to the Packers. So that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I don't think
Apparently,
that moves. Go ahead.
apparently that's a guy that Aaron Rodgers has wanted for a while. So that'll be interesting to see. I don't think it like puts him over the hump.
It
But
doesn't move the needle at all for me. AJ Green is not him anymore.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if that's who Green Bay ends up with, I'll be extremely disappointed.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's not my problem. Look, we're an
That ain't my
NFC
problem.
team. You can end up at AJ Green. We'll take it. James
Yeah.
Bradbury will lock him up. It's
Yeah.
plain and simple.
Yep.
Next game here, Chicago Bears going into Arlington to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas 9.5 point favorites at home. Chicago coming off of a statement win in New England.
Yep. I mean, for me, I I predicted last week for Dak to come out firing and like, put to bed the Cooper Rush bull crap. I think this is the week that Dallas has like that offensive game that everybody's used to. So I think they end up covering the spread, truthfully. And the defense against Chicago, like, you know what I mean? Like this one's pretty easy for me. I like Dallas at -9.5.
I'm also going to take Dallas here. I would probably have taken Chicago 24 hours ago, but now that they don't have Robert Quinn, and they're
Yep.
also riding momentum off of their Monday night win. This is a big blow. This trade. I'm gonna ride with Dallas here.
Nice, bro. You a Dallas Cowboys fan now? Is that it?
No, I just think like I wouldn't have picked them if Robert Quinn was still on the team if they didn't make that trade. I mean, that's a big momentum win for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Dallas with pressure on Dak Prescott is prone to not like looking like that offense.
Yeah.
And probably being a low scoring game up until the fourth quarter last week against Detroit. I mean, they were down 4 in the fourth quarter to Detroit. And then whatever, it fell apart and they ended up winning 24-10. But yeah, no, I think this trade is probably like that much of a needle mover for this one for me.
Yeah, like I think Dallas probably ends up scoring the most points out of any team in the league this week. Just because of the matchup, you know what I mean? Like, it could easily be Philly. It could easily be, like, Seattle or New York. But, like, you know what I mean? I just feel like this is going to be that week where it's like, holy shit, Dallas is back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
So.
I completely get it. Next game here, the Las Vegas Raiders going into the Superdome to take on the New Orleans Saints. Raiders are 1.5 point favorites on the road.
They're going with Andy Dalton again, despite Winston being healthy. I like Vegas. They got the run game going. Devontae Adams is finally putting a statement on there. Derek Carr's been playing good football. The defense has been better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like the Raiders. I don't think this one's too hard. If the spread was
Yeah.
bigger, maybe I'd change my mind, but it's only 1.5 points. I
Yeah.
like the
I
Raiders.
like the Raiders as well. The
Yep.
Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, this helps us tremendously with our draft picks. So look, I'm riding the Raiders.
Yep,
This is that race for the number one pick.
for sure.
So I'm chilling with it. Next game here. Let me just scroll this up a little bit. Uh Pittsburgh Steelers coming into the Link Invitational to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles 10.5 point favorites at home.
Uh,
I'm a double dip. Give me 10.5 birds and money line.
yeah.
24 hours ago, again like the Chicago deal, probably would have went Pittsburgh here.
Yeah.
I think sometimes for some reason Pittsburgh we always have a close game with Pittsburgh. I mean, Mike Tomlin is that dude. It's a
Yeah.
hell of a head coach. He can get his guys to come out and play. They're definitely sneaky, definitely gritty. But this Robert Quinn move is going to be monstrous for our defense. And getting healthy, Lane Johnson is still in the concussion protocol, but I think with a bye week to kind of figure out how we can mitigate that loss as much as possible. And against TJ Watt's defensive line, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those like Xfinity Live party games. Give me birds.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride with you on that. I think the Eagles cover. I don't think Robert Quinn gets a lot of snaps this week. You know what I mean? Kind of like McCaffrey last week,
he
like get traded
not,
midweek,
which is fine. But
yeah,
I just think
either way,
his
if he gets a lot, if he doesn't, I still think they cover. So
yeah, I think bold take. I think the Eagles are going to put up at least 40 on Pittsburgh.
I don't think so. I don't think
at
so.
At least 30.
I think it's going to be like 27-10.
I used to be like 34-10.
Well, my only thing with Philly is like they run the ball so much. So like there's the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
I never expect them to put up huge points.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. I never expect them to put up huge points. You know what I mean? Just because like they're running the ball a lot, and especially if Pittsburgh like limits mistakes on offense. Like I could see them going 4 and out a lot, but if they limit mistakes and turnovers, like I think it'll be 27-10, no more than that.
It's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, next game here, New England going on the road into East Rutherford to take on your New York Jets. Jets are 2.5-point dogs at home.
Bro.
Mac Jones is going to be starting this week.
Bro.
What you got?
Why are the Jets dogs right now?
They're disrespecting the hell out of the Jets.
It makes no sense.
Have you guys played the Patriots yet this year?
No.
Okay.
No. Like, what? It makes no fucking sense. We're 5-2. They're 3-4. We've been playing astronomically better football than them.
Yeah.
And like,
and your team's better
we lose our running back, and we trade for one that is going to pretty much do exactly what the other one was just doing. The line didn't shift when we lost Breece Hall, when we had Breece Hall, and now when we have James Robinson. It hasn't moved. Like, this makes no sense. Like, to me, just because it's the New England Jets matchup, I don't think the Jets should be favored by more than, like, 2. But, like, for them to not even be favored, this means in New England, the Jets would be like 7-point dogs. That's what they're trying to tell you with this line?
I guess.
It makes no sense. So yeah, give me the Jets, bro. Double dip, money line and a cover.
Okay. Yeah, give me the Jets as well. If they lose, I think it's a close game.
Yeah. Like our defense is playing so good, and they have no world beaters on that offense. They're playing 2 quarterbacks. Yeah, did you see the shit last week? Like with Chicago. We're gonna go with Mac Jones. He stinks. We're gonna go to Bailey Zappi. Then they say at halftime we're gonna play both our quarterbacks in the second half. Like what? What are you even doing, bro? What are you doing?
Bill Belichick is a visionary.
Zach Wilson has been playing like ass, and not once have we said, you know what, we're going to give Joe Flacco the run, even when we've been down. It makes no sense, dude. Like, I don't understand this line. It's disrespectful, and quite honestly, I'm going to fucking scream about it. Like, not even, like, even if I wasn't a Jets fan, I'd look at this and be like, what does that even mean? They're telling you 6.5, 7-point dogs in New England. What? What the fuck has New England done?
They're giving you free money, bro. Think about it.
Pretty much. I mean, I'll take the cash, but bro!
Vegas just does not respect the Jets. I get it. I get the history.
I do, but this is not Tom Brady going up against Mark Sanchez anymore.
Yeah.
This is 2 bad quarterbacks going up against each other, with one team having a way better roster than the other.
Yeah.
The best player in this game is probably Matt Judon.
Yeah.
But our offensive line hasn't been giving up sacks this year. I ain't worried about Matthew Judon.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you get steamrolled on primetime by the Bears, I got no faith.
Yeah, like we'd be fucking 7-point favorites at home against the Bears.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never understand this line. This is like when, I mean, they were right about the Buffalo Chiefs line a couple weeks ago, but that made no sense either. So, I think this one's worse because it's not even like these teams are that even. The Jets have been by far a better team. By far.
We've been playing a lot better, too.
The only time we've been dominated was by the reigning Super Bowl losers.
Yeah. What else do you want?
So, fuck you, Vegas. Not going out there. Fuck Vegas, bro.
But listen, not fuck you to FanDuel.
Yeah, FanDuel. Yeah.
Giving us this service here of looking at these lines and betting on these lines and money lines in these games.
Yes.
You guys are the real MVP. I got 2 free bets in my cat right now.
I don't.
Well, I'm waiting on one. I got one in the chamber waiting, ready to go.
Yeah.
But it's not you guys that we're mad at. We're mad at the odds makers. Makes no sense.
Yeah. Like, I just want to see if I'm not going to say the name of the other sports books because clearly FanDuel's the best of them all.
Look.
But what is the one that starts with DK? What's their line? What's their line? Let's see here.
Look, I mean, the odds makers were mad at that are sitting there with their calculators calculating the calculations of the cornbread. So Philly 500 says,
like what?
And you know they're the nerds. They're like, oh, the Patriots, Tom Brady, the success. They're 2.5 point favorites over the Jets, who suck. I don't care that the Jets are better and they've been playing better this year. I mean, the history shows when you look at the statistics and the constellations of the sun and the zodiac signs, the way that the moon aligns with the stars and the sun, and at 3:41 p.m. Eastern Central Time, according to my calculations, it says it right here. The Jets are 2.5 point underdogs.
The New York Football Jets are 0-3 on a full moon. Give me the Jets to lose this football game against the New England Patriots, who clearly have had their number over the last couple of years. They're on DraftKings. They're minus 2.5. The Patriots. I don't understand.
I don't know.
FanDuel, give me your money so I can bet on the Jets to win this football game. All right, enough of that bullshit.
Yeah. All right.
Next
let's
game,
move
please.
On. Let's move on.
Fuck.
Tennessee on the road against the Houston Texans. The Texans are only 2.5-point dogs at home. Titans are leading their division 4-2. Dougie Davis Mills. Who you got?
I like Houston. I like Houston this week. I don't know why this game is sort of like a waste of on the schedule. Like nobody cares about either of these teams, and like Tennessee's 4-2, but like has anybody mentioned them at all? Like, and I haven't watched them. I won't watch them. Like they're so fucking boring. Like yeah, Derrick Henry's him. That's cool and all, but like I don't care. I'd rather watch Houston over Tennessee. But like, I don't know. Give me Houston because I don't really care. That's why. That's my hot analysis. Okay, really dug into stats there. I choose Houston because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, look, they've beaten the Raiders. They've beaten the Colts twice. The Commanders. I think they didn't. Oh, they did have Carson Wentz. That's right. My bad. They haven't beaten they've beaten better teams than the Titans. I think they keep it rolling here. Give me the Titans.
Okay.
They got momentum. This is one of them games. I mean, it could go either. I guess it could go either way. But I like the Titans to keep rolling here. And a very quiet 5-2. Nobody's really talking about them.
Because nobody cares. Because nobody cares, bro. That's
why. Why they don't care? Because AJ Brown is not on the team no more. He's over here. He's on the good side.
It's not even that. It's just like
they're just one of those not flashy teams.
It's a lot like the Brooklyn Nets of the NBA, where it's like they're cool, like they'll win games, but nobody expects them to do nothing because of the history of it. You know what I mean? Like this team's been attacked for what 2-3 years now, and they've done nothing with it other than get a 1 seed. That's cool. Good for you. No one cares. Nobody cares. So
that's cool. That's cool. Next game here: New York Giants travel on the road to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Seahawks are 3-point favorites at home. Uh-oh.
Give me the Giants at +3.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. I think they win. And I think they keep the chain rolling. I don't know why. Brian Daboll must be Bill Belichick. But I don't know. I swear, Seattle is gonna fall off at some point.
I've been saying the same thing about the fucking Giants, bro. They're gonna fall off at some point.
But I have more confidence in their roster than Seattle's. I mean, like, Seattle's got guys.
Better than Seattle's, though?
Yeah.
Are they without DK?
I don't think so.
I remember seeing that he got carted off last week, but I never heard anything about it. Like,
let me see.
I'm looking right now. Because I'm taking, depending on that, I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks at -3. I think Seattle is a really hard place for a team like the Giants to play. This is going to be a test for them for sure.
Yep.
I don't see anything about injuries. It's Wednesday.
It's up in the air. He probably won't play, but it's up in the air right now.
DK Metcalf in flat shoes walking over to greet visiting military service after not practicing today, resting his patellar tendon injury.
Even with DK, I like them. I like the Giants.
Give me the Seahawks. I think
Okay.
they're a very underrated team.
The Seahawks?
Yeah. And
they're overrated.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Geno Smith has been playing pretty good. Their defense has some guys over there. It's definitely gonna be a test for the Giants, and I think the Giants will probably be like 10-1 if they win this game, at least.
I do think the Giants roster is better than the Seahawks. I mean, receiver core obviously not, no, but like I think Daniel Jones is better than Geno. Saquon's better than Kenneth Walker. Their defense and offensive line are better than Seattle's. Their coach is 10 times better. So like,
they didn't have the 12th man.
So what? Fuck the 12th man.
I think I don't know. I think Seattle's a difficult place to play. This will probably be close.
I could see Seattle winning. I just like New York to cover.
Yeah, it could go either way. I just think I like Seattle at home.
Okay.
Against a Giants team, still has, even though being 6-1, playing some pretty good teams, they still got stuff to prove.
Agreed.
This will be a statement game for them if they win, though. I will say that.
Yep.
But yeah, give me the Hawks.
Okay.
All right, next game here. Washington Commanders going into Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Colts are 3-point favorites at home. Sam Ehlinger, first start. Taylor Heineke, quarterback. Who you got?
Give me Indianapolis.
Okay.
I think we haven't seen Sam Ehlinger before, but here's my thing. Putting Sam Ehlinger in at starting quarterback makes them have to play kind of like they did last year. Give the ball to Jonathan Taylor constantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that'll better suit their offense if they run the ball a lot. And I could very well see Taylor Heineke getting a win here, but again, no tape on Sam Ehlinger. They don't know what to expect out of him. You know what I mean? We've seen this happen time and time again where a guy makes his first start and they win because, you know what I mean? How do you stop a guy you've never even seen play? So,
right.
For that reason, I like Indianapolis.
Yeah, I like Indianapolis too. They're home. Like you said, Sam Ehlinger's first start. No tape. This is another one that could really go either way. I can totally see Taylor Heineke putting his dong on the Colts defense.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ride with you.
Okay.
Next game, San Francisco
America's
49ers.
Game of the Week.
Huh?
America's Game of the Week.
Oh, yeah. San Francisco 49ers going into LA to take on the Rams. Divisional matchup. Rams are 1.5-point dogs at home. Both of this is a for the division game right now. Although the Seahawks are, as of right now, leading the division somehow. But this is for at least for a playoff spot.
Yep.
What you got?
Give me San Fran to cover. I think at the beginning of the show, if you asked me, I would have taken LA because they're at home. But like I remember the stats of Kyle Shanahan versus McVay, and like San Francisco's put good film on. You know, they've put good film on the field. I haven't seen the Rams. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there isn't a time in a season where I can look back so far and be like, wow, the Rams can be really good.
Yeah.
The Niners are
the second best team in the NFC.
Yeah, like
and
1B
in
the NFC.
Mm-hmm. They're under 500.
Yeah, which is wacky
I'm going to take
to
the
me.
Niners, too.
Okay.
I think their defense just matches up so well against their offensive line. They gave Matt Stafford so many problems. This is going to be a lot closer than it was last time around, but
Yep.
I just think they have more talent than the Rams.
Yeah.
Um,
And this spread's telling you that San Fran would be like a 5-point favorite at home against the Rams, which I think sounds about right. So
4.5. Yeah,
yeah, 4.5, 5.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
that one's not too difficult for me. I could see the Rams winning just because that's
Yeah,
football. But
yeah. All right. Next game here, Sunday night football matchup. Green Bay going into Buffalo to take on the Bills. Packers are 10.5 point dogs on the road against arguably the best team in the AFC. Who you got? And Aaron Rodgers' comments about us being 3-4 is the best thing for our team. They're not. They're gonna hate on us.
I mean, I kind of like that statement because like it's better than fucking chewing out your team.
Yeah,
Like um being being an underdog, I think is good for them right now. Like they're right now the expectations are low. You know what I mean? They were higher.
yeah,
Every week it goes on, the expectations get lower.
yeah,
I like Green Bay to cover. I like Aaron Rodgers in prime time. You know what I mean? And Buffalo every few weeks does have a bit of a stumble.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're not as consistent as an Eagles or a Chiefs yet. Um,
Did you just say? Hold on. Did you just say they're not as consistent as an Eagles? Is that what I
yeah.
just heard come out of your mouth? Okay, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
But yeah, I like Green Bay to at least cover. Not probably
Yeah,
not to win, but at least
I
cover.
do. I do too. I think this is probably like a touchdown game. Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers can keep this interesting. I mean, we've heard. I mean, he's come out and said things about like we're gonna run the table when things look bleak. Um, and then he has a way of somehow making it happen. I think this is one of those. I don't know if they win. They're definitely gonna keep it close though.
Yeah.
Um, I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna have a game. Him and Aaron Jones are gonna be going at it with the Buffalo defense.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, give me the Packers plus 10.5.
Yeah. The what you call it? Primetime football this week looks really good for once.
Yeah,
This
thank
is the
God.
first like 3 night games that we've had that I'm excited to watch. You got tomorrow with Baltimore, Tampa, Green Bay, Buffalo, and then Monday night.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
And our last game here, the Monday night game, Cincinnati on the road to take on the Cleveland Browns, the Brownies, the Dog Pound.
Hmm.
Cleveland 3.5 point dogs at home. What you got? Cincinnati rolling?
They are rolling. They're gonna roll to a 2-3 point win. Give me Cleveland to cover. Um, no particular reason, to be honest. I just don't think Cleveland's bad enough. Like, is bad enough to get blown out by Cincy. You know what I'm saying? And Nick Chubb's rolling. Kareem Hunt still got shit to prove because they're talking about trading him. And Jacoby Brissett, like all things considered, has been playing solid football this year. Like, I don't know. I like them to cover, but I think it's gonna be a super close, Evan McPherson down one kick to win the game at the end. Like, that's what I think is gonna happen. So I like Cleveland to cover.
Give me the Bengals to cover.
Okay.
Um, they've been rolling. Yeah, this can be close. This can go either way. Joe Burrow and his offensive line at times have not looked the part, but they've
Yep.
had a couple games to kind of get their footing and get a little bit of momentum. Um, I think Jamar Chase is going to be that guy.
Yeah.
Um, and their defense is not terrible.
It's the truth. Yeah. I think there's some solid picks. We got some separation in our picks this week finally. Like
Yep.
we've been averaging like 2 or 3 different picks a week.
Yeah.
But no, this will be good for you. This will be good for you to try to get some momentum back. Probably not. I'm probably going to run away with it again because that's
We'll
just
see.
what I do.
We'll see. We'll
But,
see. We'll see. We'll see about
yeah.
that.
Uh-huh. Yep.
We'll see about that.
Good football matchups this week. I'm excited to
Yeah.
watch football on Sunday.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just check the NFL news space here just to make sure that there's nothing else
Yep.
that is out there.
There really shouldn't be. Not that I'm. Oh. Shout out Jason Verrett. He's finally getting activated by the Niners, so he'll be looking to play in the coming weeks. Jason Verrett is unbelievably talented when he's on the field, but he hasn't been in so long. So, little shout out to the guy.
Shout
to the guy out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
Texans linebacker Kamu Grugier-Hill released.
Yeah.
Shout out, former Eagle. Ryan Poles. Bears GM said Robert Quinn trade made too much sense to not to happen.
That's truth.
Yep. They're paying $7.1 million of his remaining base salary for the trade, and will inherit the $14 million and $13 million base next year and the year after.
Yeah, I'm not seeing much of anything.
The Raiders did trade Jonathan Hankins to Dallas.
Yeah, I think that's a good pickup for Dallas. Dallas has been struggling against the run game, and Jonathan Hankins can help shore that up a little bit. At least get him into middle of the league when it comes to run defense.
Yeah, no, for sure. It won't matter. Won't matter. They're not going to win the division. Giants can expect calls for Darius Slayton.
I don't see him getting moved. He's too good.
I don't either. He's injured too.
Melvin he works really well with them boys out there. Shout out J.J. Watt. Welcomed in a child yesterday. Good for them,
Yeah.
Koa James Watt. I'm sorry, JJ. That ain't it. That name? You're going to have to change that for your boy. Because it's, I'm not feeling that one.
Frank Clark suspended 2 games. Will miss Week 9 versus the Titans and Week 10 versus the Jags after violating NFL's personal conduct policy. It's a blow there.
I got something.
Matt Ryan might retire after being benched.
Doubt it. I got something here.
What's that?
The Jets now have 5 Rookie of the Weeks this year. 2 for Brees, 1 for Jermaine Johnson, and Sauce got his second one today.
Nice.
That's tough. That's tough. Who said we ain't have the best draft? We did. We got the best draft. No. AJ Brown doesn't count as a draft pick. Pure drafting.
Technically it does, though. Because, look, we used
I'm
that.
counting it. Listen to me.
You're going to sit up here right now and tell me that
the Jets had a better draft.
First-round pick, using that pick in a trade to grab arguably a top 10 wide receiver in the league.
Okay, let me say. Okay, then I'll say this: the Jets had the best picks in the draft
by picking players. Okay,
yes, but by far.
That doesn't constitute them having the best overall draft.
It does.
I would have to say it was probably the Eagles, just based on what they did, like with their first round pick. I'm just saying. Look, when you can trade when you can turn a first round pick for a top 10 wide receiver in the game and absolutely flip your offense on its head. Not only that, but get Jordan Davis, who is a fantastic run D tackle. Nakobe Dean, beef jerky.
Who hasn't touched the field, bro? Nakobe
Who?
Dean hasn't touched the field.
As a linebacker, yeah. But that's only because we have TJ Edwards and Kaiser White. There could be a scenario where Kaiser White walks and we bring Nakobe Dean in next year.
True. That's true.
So, I mean, we'll see what goes with that. But, I mean, like, he doesn't have to be on the field. We got so many good linebackers for once.
I'll take the draft that's had the most impact.
The Eagles draft. AJ Brown has made more of an impact.
He's not a draft pick. He was a trade.
He's not a draft pick. You used the draft pick to go and get him. Technically, it's part of the draft because you used your draft pick to get this guy.
So,
proven.
Are you including Robert Quinn in your draft next season?
No, because we traded him in the season.
Bro, he wasn't a draft. Oh, Eric Bledsoe signs with the Shanghai Sharks. Eric Bledsoe doesn't play NBA basketball anymore?
I guess not.
That's wild to me.
On the team.
Huh?
He's good enough to be on an NBA team.
Yeah. Warriors, give him a call. Backup point guard.
F's in the chat for Eric Bledsoe, legend.
F's in the chat. Yeah. Another guy to succumb to the Shanghai Sharks.
Love to see it. You got anything else?
No, other than Clay got ejected for the first time in his career yesterday.
I did see that.
That shit was funny.
Him and Devin Booker.
He kept going at Devin Booker. Right in his mouth. That's what I love about Clay. When he's not shooting the ball, he'll find a way to impact the game. Come up the book. Hey, I got 4 of these.
Yeah. It's true. And
that's all I got. Yep. That's all I got, though.
Yeah. I don't got much. I mean, the rich getting richer in that the Eagles getting their Pro Bowl pass rush guy, Robert Quinn.
Absolutely.
Scary hours for the rest of the league.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Look, I'm telling you, another one of these is on the horizon very, very soon. Another one. Look, when we do our pick'ems for the first week of next year, I'm gonna have 2 rings on my finger.
You think so?
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. I think so. I think so too. It'll be close, but definitely a possibility. I feel better about it now than I did yesterday, so.
Me too. I mean, I always felt good about it, but now I feel really, really good about it. And I'm saying it. Look, you can't call me a bandwagon Eagles fan because I've been saying it from the start. So, just to put that.
That's true. That's true. All right, you got anything else?
I'm good for now.
Yeah, me too. All right, y'all. This was episode 7, another day in the book. Probably we'll take a few days off. We'll probably won't get another pod from us till like Monday or Tuesday. The plan is hopefully to do a trade deadline reaction pod. Plus, reflecting on this past week of football. Probably some basketball because we didn't get into any today. But a lot of good matchups this week. We'll get into some more of that, but expect another video in about 5-6 days.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get another small video if there's another big surprising trade that happens, whether it's Eagles related, Jets related, or anywhere else in the NFL. There'll be reactions on the Twitter, so make sure you follow at the Day One Pod. But yeah, for now, I'm your boy Kyle. That's my dog, my Day One, Anthony. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, much love.
Much love, y'all. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend, tell a friend. Go Birds. Watch the Day One Pod. Peace.
Later, y'all.